I have been asked to say some things tonight by my son Mitchell. I don't know what, I'm like you, I don't know what to say when I don't know what to say. A direct quote of Mitch.
Your faults, and they're not your fault.
Integrity in what you do, that it's not just your family that sees it and notices it and learns from it, but those around you.
Because you could make all kinds of mistakes in your life, but if people trust you or trust your motives because of your integrity, you will never be a failure.
Let's try this again. So the Legacy Project started in 2019 with this woman right here.
Have you been enjoying the view during the day?
Oh, yes. Beautiful. This day is particularly nice.
Great-grandma Charlotte was the first person that we interviewed for this project, but she passed away this last year. So this video is extra special because it's really the last and only video that we were able to capture of her. The starting question that I asked almost everyone on this project was, what does it mean to leave a legacy? Or what is your definition of a legacy? And I got some really amazing answers.
Well, a legacy is important for the kids in the family. So they have some idea of where they came from and what their potential is based on heredity. And there are certain patterns that come through a family, so it's nice to know what to watch out for. There's a difference between heritage and legacy, I suppose. It's just, the more relatives you have, the stranger you can be. So that helps explain all kinds of things. Take your pick. You can find your faults. They're not your fault.
You want to live your life in a way that's noticed and taught and modeled for those around you, especially your kids.
Us and all that you have given us. Christ in we pray. Amen.
A legacy to me can be a couple different things. It can be an edifice, it can be a building, a statue, some earthly created thing that you leave behind, or more importantly, it can be a living, breathing thing that you live behind. So your family traits, your family traditions, your family heritage, what your children and grandchildren are like, those to me are legacies that are much more worthwhile than a Carnegie library that is sitting somewhere for 150 or 200 years.
Watching you go from a little itty-bitty thing to a wonderful adult, that's just, the pride a parent feels is just indescribable. And no matter what you do, you're still loved and appreciated.
learning about my family, about how they met, how they fell in love, the stories that led to my existence. That's what the Legacy Project is all about.
She was the prettiest girl in the class, so of course we got acquainted.
It was a noisy, old military truck, flatbed. You could look down and see the street through the floorboards, and he had painted it with a paintbrush red.
I'd been really busy, so we didn't have a lot of communication before I ended up picking you up and we went off to the party.
And here he'd come pick me up, and not only did he drive that thing, but he had his dad and his stinky dog in. We had to share the front seat. I was very embarrassed. There's lots of singing. Mom and Dad sang all the time and had wonderful harmony. Dad had a song you would have enjoyed, Mitchell. Ivan Stravinsky Skavar. No. You don't know that one? No.
I've always loved telling stories. For the longest time, I was scared to tell my own. I can get so focused on the future and the legacy I want to leave that I forget I'm part of an incredible story that was being told before I was even a thought. And true, my family isn't what most would consider special. No one's landed on the moon or been in a Super Bowl. But that doesn't make our legacy any less important. If this project has taught me anything, it's that incredible stories can come from the most ordinary of places. And what the world needs now is not more extraordinary people telling ordinary stories, but good, ordinary people leaving extraordinary legacies. So tell your story, and tell it well, because the world is waiting to hear it.